Hello, good morning. Good morning, everyone. Let's start, please stand for start our prayer and to start for today's activity.
In the name of the Father, and the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Amen.
Dear Heavenly Father, we thank you for gathering us all today in this important day. Ask that you bestow your guidance and blessing upon the nation. May we honor one another with keeping an open mind. May we voice our truth and listen with open mind. Bless everyone present today, that each be able to share his or her contributions and gifts. Grant good health and safety to loved ones left outside this room, and bestow peace and goodwill to all of us. We ask for wisdom and grace to use our talents for the betterment of others. Various activities related to this day be a success through your intervention. With gratitude, we offer this prayer in your name. Amen.
In the name of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
Hello, good morning once again.
Good morning, Chief. Acknowledge the presence of our back chairman, Engineer Leonard A. Panagalino. Good morning,
Since
Chief.
I am not physically present for today's activity but virtually present, I will turn over the presiding officer for today's activities is our back vice chairperson, Ma'am Maria Ligaya A. Senior. Ma'am, can you preside this activity?
Yes, sir. Thank you. Good morning once again. Acknowledge the presence of our back chairman, who is on official business, Engineer Leonard A. Panagalino. Thank you for
Present,
your sir. For this morning, we will be presenting to you the discussion of the 5 projects of civil works and maintenance projects. So we will have a roll call. Our back chairman, Engineer Panagalino, present.
present all.
No, acknowledge. Via Zoom. And yours truly, Maria Ligaya is senior, the back vice chairperson, present. Our back members, Engineer Sergio B. Bindolo Jr.
Present, ma'am.
Acknowledge. Engineer Cedric Floyd A. Durante.
Present, ma'am.
Engineer John Renges M. Peralta.
Present, ma'am.
Engineer Celso J. Saison
Present, ma'am.
for the maintenance section. And we have the back secretariat, Engineer Hannah Catherine Arco, the chief of the procurement unit, Engineer Maria Lolita A. Castro, Engineer Shanien C. Marabilis. We have also the back technical working group headed by Engineer Gerald John R. Lim,
Present.
Ma'am Queen Marie R. Bajo, Engineer Chanda M. Isaw on official business, Engineer Kevin Joshua A. Tamanaha, Engineer Rachelda Sinyagan, Engineer Joseph T. Ipes, and Engineer Juna May Navarro, and acknowledge, and Engineer Missy C. Gabonia. These are the back TWG members. For this morning activity, the conference agenda are the following. Number 1, brief presentation, explanation by the back for the basic contract data, requirements in the bidding documents, and documents to be submitted by the bidder. Number 2 is the question, comments from the bidders, and replies of the back. Number 3 is the other matters, which are the documentary relevant department orders and GPPB resolutions. For the basic contract data, we have 5 projects to be discussed today 1 is maintenance, and 4 are civil works projects. To start with, these are the CY 2025 infra projects for the early procurement activity of this district, Cebu 2nd District Engineering Office, Poblacion Delegate. Contract ID number 25HE0047 as a contract name, Convergence and Special Support Program, Construction, Improvement Access Roads leading to declared tourism destinations, Tourism Road Infrastructure Program, TRIP, Sitio Kabalawan Road leading to Mag-uugmad Farm Tourism, and Mount Lantoy, Barangay Tabayag, Argao, Cebu. Location is Argao, Cebu with an approved budget ceiling of 4,900,000 and a contract duration of 32 calendar days. Source of fund is CY 2025 DPWH Infra Program based on NIP. Category of C and D for small b. Bidding documents cost is 5,000 pesos. The next project will be discussed by Engineer Sergio Bindolobi Jr. and the others are Engineer John Ranges and Peralta and Engineer Cedric. For the maintenance, this will be discussed by engineers.
Good morning. For the next contract ID, number 25, it's A0048. Contract name, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, Multipurpose Buildings, Facilities to Support Social Services, Construction, Completion of Multipurpose Building, Jampang Elementary School, Barangay Jampang, Argao, Cebu. Location, Argao, Cebu. ABC, 1,980,000. Contract duration, 90 calendar days. Source of funds, CY 2025 DPWH Infrastructure Program based on NIP. Pickup license, category of C and D for small b. Mode of procurement, competitive bidding. Bidding document cost, 5,000 pesos. Next contract ID number 25, it's E0049. Contract name, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, Multipurpose Buildings, Facilities to Support Social Services, Construction, Completion of Multipurpose Building, Barangay Calatagan, Samboan, Cebu. Location, Samboan, Cebu. ABC, 1,980,000 pesos. Contract duration, 90 calendar days. Source of fund, CY 2025 DPWH Infrastructure Program based on NIP. Pickup license, category of C and D for small b. Mode of procurement, competitive bidding. Bidding document cost, 5,000 pesos. Next contract ID number 25 HE0050. Contract name, Convergence and Special Support Program, Sustainable Infrastructure Projects, Alleviating Gaps, SIPAG, Coastal Roads, Causeway for Environmental Protection Conservation, Construction of Seawall, Barangay Poblacion, Bulhoon, Cebu. Location, Bulhoon, Cebu. ABC, 39,200,000 pesos. Contract duration, 191 calendar days. Source of fund, CY 2025 DPWH Infrastructure Program based on NIP. Pickup license, category of B for medium A. Mode of procurement, competitive bidding. Bidding document cost, 25,000 pesos. For the next contract ID number 24GHG010. Contract name, supply and delivery of bituminous materials for the repair maintenance, pothole patching along National Road, Argao to Santander, Cebu. ABC, 4,024 pesos and 35 centavos. Contract duration, 20 calendar days. Source of fund, FY 2024 Routine Maintenance Fund. Mode of procurement, competitive bidding. Bidding document cost, 5,000 pesos. For the bidding requirements and bidding documents to be read by Engineer Jess Peralta.
Good morning. For contract ID 25HE0047, Convergence and Special Support Program, construction and improvement of access roads leading to declared tourism destinations, Tourism Road Infrastructure Program TRIP, Sitio Kabalawan Road leading to Mag-uugmad Farm Tourism and Mount Lantoy, Barangay Tabayag, Argao, Cebu. For the major category of work and similar categories of works, please refer to the shared screen. Please also take note the key personnel requirements and the requirements for accredited project engineer in compliance to DEO 118 series of 2024 and accredited materials engineer in compliance to DEO 98 series of 2016. Please also take note the minimum major equipment requirements as shown on the screen. The bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts as shown on the screen. The intended completion date is 32 calendar days, including predetermined unworkable days of 1 calendar days and 4 number of Sundays. For the bill of quantities, please refer to the shared screen. For contract ID 25HE0048, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, Multipurpose Buildings, Facilities to Support Social Services, Construction Completion of Multipurpose Building, Jampang Elementary School, Barangay Jampang, Argao, Cebu. For the major category of works and similar categories of works, please refer to the shared screen. Please also take note the key personnel requirements for project engineer, accredited project engineer in compliance to DEO 118 series of 2024, and accredited materials engineer in compliance to DEO 98 series of 2016. Please also take note the minimum major equipment requirements. The bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts as shown on the screen. The intended completion date is 90 calendar days, including predetermined unworkable days of 3 calendar days and 12 number of Sundays. For the bill of quantities, please refer to the shared screen. For contract ID 25HE0049, Convergence and Special Support Program, Basic Infrastructure Program, BIP, Multipurpose Buildings, Facilities to Support Social Services, Construction Completion of Multipurpose Building, Barangay Calatagan, Samboan, Cebu. For the major category of work and similar categories of works, please refer to the shared screen. And also the key personnel requirements. Please also take note the requirements for accredited project engineer in compliance to DEO 118 series of 2024 and accredited materials engineer in compliance to DEO 98 series of 2016. Please also take note the minimum major equipment requirements as shown on the screen. The bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts as shown on the screen. The intended completion date is 90 calendar days, including predetermined unworkable days of 3 calendar days and 12 number of Sundays. For the bill of quantities, please refer to the shared screen. For contract ID 25HE0050, Convergence on Special Support Program, Sustainable Infrastructure Projects Alleviating Gaps, CPAG, Coastal Roads or Causeway for Environmental Protection or Conservation, Construction of Seawall, Barangay Poblacion, Buluan, Cebu. For the major category of work and similar categories of works, please refer to the shared screen. And also the key personnel requirements. Please also take note that requirements for accredited project engineer in compliance to DEO 118 series of 2024 and accredited materials engineer in compliance to DEO 98 series of 2016. Please also take note the minimum major equipment requirements. The bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts as shown on the screen. The intended completion date is 191 calendar days, including predetermined unworkable days of 6 calendar days and 24 number of Sundays. For the bill of quantities, please refer to the shared screen. For contract ID 24GHG010, supply and delivery of bituminous materials for the repair, maintenance, pothole patching along National Road Argao to Santander, Cebu. Please refer to the screen for the details. The bid security shall be in the form of a bid securing declaration or any of the following forms and amounts as shown on the screen. For the technical specifications, 1. Emulsified asphalt SS1 and 2. Hot mix asphalt. Please refer to the shared screen for the other details.
Documents to be submitted by the bidders. So for goods and services, for the technical components, Class A legal documents, here are the following document required. Field of certificate of registration, DTI business name registration or SEC registration, certificate of CDA for co-op. Ay, wala na share screen. Balik. So let me repeat again for the technical component requirements for Class A legal documents. First requirement is the field job certificate of registration. Then the DTI business name registration or SEC registration certificate or CDA for cooperatives. Third one is the valid and current mayor's permit, municipal license. Fourth one is the statement of ongoing and similar completed government and private contracts. Fifth one is the audited financial statement stamped received by BIR. Sixth is the computation of NFCC or committed line of credit. Seventh is the tax clearance per Executive Order number 398 series of 2005. Next, Class A technical documents is first is the bid securing declaration or the bid security. Second is the statement of SLCC and the supporting documents. Third is the technical specification proposal. Fourth is the production, delivery schedule. Fifth is the manpower requirements if only applicable. Sixth is the after sales service or parts if applicable. Seventh is the notarized omnibus sworn statement. So for Class B documents, valid joint venture agreement in case the JV is already in existence. In the absence of a JVA, duly notarized document statements from all the potential JV partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful shall be included in the bid and that the information therein is true and correct. So for the financial component requirements, the first one is the bid form, which includes bid prices. Second one is the bill of quantities, which includes unit bid price and total bid price per item. Third one is the recurring and maintenance cost if applicable. For infrastructure projects, for technical component requirements, Class A legal documents, first, it's the valid field jobs registration should be a platinum member, all pages in accordance with Section 8.5.2 of the IRR. Next is the Class A technical documents. First one is the statement of the prospective bidder of all its ongoing government and private contracts, including contracts awarded but not yet started, if any, whether similar or not similar in nature and complexity to the contract to be bid. Second one is the statement of the bidder's single largest completed contract, or the SLCC, similar to the contract to be bid except under conditions provided under the rules. Third one is the special pickup license in case of joint ventures and registration for the type and cost of the contract to be bid. Fourth one is the original copy of the bid security. If in the form of a surety bond, submit also a certification issued by the Insurance Commission or original copy of notarized bid securing declaration. Fifth one is the organizational chart for the contract to be bid. Sixth one is the list of contractors' key personnel, for example, the project manager, project engineers, materials engineers, and the foreman, to be assigned to the contract to be bid with their complete qualifications and experience data. Seventh requirement is the list of contractors' major equipment units which are owned, leased, and or under purchase agreements supported by proof of ownership or certification of availability of the equipment from the equipment lessor or the vendor for the duration of the project, as the case may be. The eighth requirement is the original duly signed omnibus sworn statement and, if applicable, or original notarized secretary's certificate in case of a corporation, partnership, or cooperative, or original special power of attorney of all members of the joint venture, giving full power and authority to its officer to sign the OSS and do acts to represent the bidder. Next to the Class A financial documents, required is the prospective bidder's computation of the net financial contracting capacity, or the NFCC. For Class B document requirements, if applicable only, duly signed joint venture agreement JVA in accordance with RA number 4566 and its IRR in case the joint venture is already in existence, or duly notarized statements from all the potential joint venture partners stating that they will enter into and abide by the provisions of the JVA in the instance that the bid is successful. For the financial component requirements, the first requirement is the original of duly signed and accomplished financial bid form. Second is the original of duly signed bid prices in the bill of quantities. Third is the duly accomplished detailed estimates form, including a summary sheet indicating the unit prices of construction materials, labor rates, and equipment rentals used in coming up with the bid. The fourth requirement is the cash flow by quarter. An important reminder, any missing, incomplete, or patently insufficient document in the above mentioned checklist is a ground for outright rejection of the bid. So are there any questions from prospect bidders and replies from the back committee? There are none. So let's move on.
Let's proceed to the other matters. We will discuss the memorandum and department orders for the following. The first one is memorandum dated September 20, 2023. The memorandum, it comes from the research memorandum Department Order 127. Department Order number 12, series of 2024, with the subject revocation of Department Order number 35, series of 2021, and strengthening compliance with the Republic Act number 11058 and its implementing rules and regulations. Please check on the shared screen. This is duly signed by Manuel M. Punoan, our Secretary, DPWH. We have also Department Order 127, series of 2018, with the subject strict compliance of RA 9184 in the conduct of post-qualification of bidders with delayed ongoing contracts with the DPWH. Please check on the shared screen on the salient features on this department order. However, we have to stress out that all bids and awards committee, central, regional, district are hereby directed to strictly apply, among others, during the conduct of post-qualification award of contract, the following guidelines during the post-qualification. The BAC shall determine the bidder's compliance through 1, verification and validation of the bidder's stated competence and experience, including the declared single largest completed contract similar to the contract being procured. 2 is verification of competence and experience of the bidders, the personnel to be assigned on the contract, as against the minimum requirements under the bid data sheet. Please check on the shared screen for the important number of number 3, verification of availability and commitment and or inspection and testing for the required capacities and operating conditions of major equipment units to be on the list under purchase by the bidder for use in the contract under bidding. Number 4 is the checking the performance of the bidder in its ongoing government and private contracts. If any of these ongoing contracts shows a reported negative slippage of at least 15% in a single contract. B, a reported negative slippage of at least 10% in the 2 or more contracts. And C is failure of the contractor to commence repair works on ongoing contracts within 7 days and to complete them within 30 days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and deficiencies. Please check on the shared screen. We have also letter D, failure of the contractor to commence repair works on contracts with pending certificate of acceptance within 30 days and to complete the works within 90 days after receipt of the procuring entity's notice of defects and failures, or substantial quality of work as per contract plans and specifications. F, unsatisfactory performance of the contractor's obligation as per contract terms and conditions at the time of inspection. J is liquidated damages currently imposed on the contractor. On number 5, the result of the contractor's performance evaluation system CP should also be considered by the concerned BAC in determining the responsive of the contractor's bid before any award of contract can take place, as stated in item 12.5 Annex A of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184. If the BAC verifies any of this deficiency to be due to the contractor's fault or negligence, the agency shall disqualify the contractor from the award for the procurement of infrastructure projects. Please check on the shared screen, and these are duly signed by Mark A. Villar, our Secretary, DPWH. Our next department order shall be discussed by Engineer Sergio Bibendelo Jr. and Engineer John Don and Gis Peralta, respectively. Thank you.
For the Department Order number 17 series of 2015, subject three-strike policy in the procurement of contractors for infrastructure works, goods, and consulting services. To further strengthen the integrity of the competitive bidding process, the following instructions are hereby issued pertaining to the implementation of the three-strike policy of the DPWH against violations of Section 69.1 of the implementing rules and regulations IRR of the Republic Act RE 9184. The violations enumerated in the said DO number 35, which are considered as acts that tend to defeat the purpose of public bidding under the three-strike policy, are hereby amended to read as follows. A bidder that had purchased bidding documents but subsequently withdrawn from the bidding or submitted a letter of non-participation or did not submit a bid without a valid cause as determined by the Bids and Awards Committee back concerned. B, the bidder submitting a lit bid without a valid cause as determined by the back concerned. C, a bidder submitting insufficient defective documents such as insufficient bid securities and other deficiencies. D, and other acts that tend to defeat the purpose of public bidding as determined by the concerned back, provided that this act had been indicated or discussed in the instructions to bidders, bid bulletins, notices, minutes of private conference, or other similar instruments. 3, its offense by a bidder referred to in section 69.1 of the IRR as stated in the said DO 35 consists of 3 violations or strikes within a period of 1 year starting from the date of the first strike for all procurements by all offices of the DPWH. Therefore, every time a bidder is observed to have done any of the 4 acts enumerated in item 1 of this DO, the chairperson of the back concerned shall immediately serve a written notice to the bidder informing him of his act and giving him 5 days to show cause why should not be sanctioned under the DO for committing an act which tends to defeat the purpose of public bidding under the three-strike policy of the DPWH. Based on the verified 3-strike reports received by the BACs, the procurement service in coordination with the legal service shall recommend to the DPWH Secretary for approval the following administrative sanctions on the hearing contractor for violation of the 3-strike policy. A, for the first violation or strike, a first warning. Second, for the second strike, a second warning. C, for the third strike, which together with the first 2 strikes constitutes the first offense against 3-strike policy, an administrative penalty or suspension for 1 year from participating in a procurement process in the office of the DPWH. For the second offense, example, the second set of 3 strikes committed by the bidder, an administrative penalty of suspension of 2 years from participating in any procurement process in any DPWH office of the DPWH. Signed, Rogelio L. Singson, former secretary. For DO Department Order Number 12 Series of 2016, subject disposal and stockpiling of materials, including parking of equipment within the construction limits or vicinity of all DPWH ongoing projects. Number 1, the disposal or dumping sites to be presented in the plan with the areas to accommodate the accumulated volume of surplus, unsuitable spoils, debris, and other construction materials shall be identified and submitted by the contractor immediately after the award of the contract. The project engineer or the engineer shall evaluate, approve proposed sites prior to start of the works. Second, the stockpiling of the construction materials within the construction limits or vicinity of the project shall be submitted by the contractor at least 48 hours before the start of this activity for approval of the project engineer or the engineer. Stockpiled materials immediately or the most within 24 hours for gravel materials to form part of the work must be spread and other waste materials after any excavation, demolition works should be properly disposed. For the compliance of the above result to the imposition of the following penalties, sanctions for the contractor, first offense, stern warning, second offense, prohibition in joining bidding of all DPWH projects for 1 year, third offense, prohibition in joining of the all DPWH projects for 2 years. For the site supervision personnel under contract with DPWH, first offense, stern warning, second offense, suspension of for 1 to 30 days, third offense, replacement or termination as provided in the contract. For DPWH project engineer, based on the Civil Service Resolution number 991936, Section 52, C3, dated August 31, 1999, other known as Uniform Rules on Administrative Cases in the Civil Service. First offense, reprimand. Second offense, suspension for 1 to 30 days. Third offense, dismissal. Signed, Rogelio Elsingson, former secretary.
For the next DEO, Department Order 168 Series of 2015, subject guidelines in the disposal and management of spoils and debris generated from all ongoing and completed construction and maintenance projects and the imposition of sanctions for violations thereof. Please refer to the shared screen for the details. Signed by Rogelio Elsingson, former secretary. Please also take note the GPPB Resolution number 15-2021, lifting the suspension on the implementation of the mandatory submission of PhilGIP's Certificate of Platinum Registration and membership in competitive bidding and limited source bidding, amending sections 8.5.2, 23.1A2, 23.3, 24.1A2, 24.4.3, 34.3, and 54.6 of the 2016 revised IRR of RA 9184 items 4G1 and 5D1B, as well as Appendix A of Annex H thereof, items 4 and 6 of the guidelines for the use of Government of the Philippines Official Merchants Registry, and item 1 of sections 8 and 9 of the 6th edition of the Philippine Bidding Documents for Goods and Infrastructure Projects. Please also take note of the GPPP Resolution number 16-2020, approving the circular on the guidelines in the preparation of simplified Philippine bidding documents for goods and infrastructure projects and submission of the required forms for the procurement of goods, infrastructure projects, and consulting services with related amendments to the 2016 revised implementing rules and regulations of Republic Act number 9184.
So that was the end of our presentation. Any questions from the participating bidders and the back members? If there is none, Chief Leonard, may we request you for additional comments?
Wala lang po, ma'am. Wala lang.
Wala na po. Sige. As of this moment, we will be adjourning our private conference for today's activity, and with the permission of our chief of the design section, the back chairman, we will adjourn this meeting at 10:40 in the morning. Chief Leonard, please.
Second.
Okay, you will be the one to adjourn.
Since no more queries, questions from the to be answered by the back. So let's adjourn for this activity at exactly 10:40 a.m.
Thank you, Chief Leonard. I second the motion. And thank you and good morning.
Thank you and good morning.